I have a music video here, yes. It's the 80s. I don't care though, so I'm going to do a video anyway. Anyway, so, Werewolves in Heat is a movie I've seen. 2015 release. Let me first remind you all that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the big blue for me every time I do that. So if you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, share this with your friends, we can have a better world together. Yeah. Not a lot of people think about that, but I am a lot of people, I guess. I'm as big as 3 or 4 people. Anyway, so what you have here is 3 virgins in their 30s, I think, maybe late 20s, go down to Death Valley for some unexplainable reason to have a party and lose their virginity by purchasing some prostitutes. And these are some fairly expensive prostitutes. They start out at $250 a piece, but they argue them down. And then, of course, the prostitutes are werewolves, as the title would imply. So this is not a movie to be taken seriously. It's not as bad as you would think it would be. It's also not very good. It's way too much talking and way too much not werewolfing and not any actual werewolfing. Like, no one actually wolfs out and, like, rips people's heads off and shoves them down their necks or anything like that. There's nothing of that nature. You know? And it's like, okay, there are a couple of scenes where the hot naked chicks are dancing. Much appreciated while you're watching this movie. But, you know, you actually, for a movie like this, I expect at least once to see a naked hairy chick, because that's what a she-wolf is, right? A she-werewolf is a big naked hairy chick. But, so there was none of that. They couldn't have called it Vampires in Heat, I guess, but no one actually werewolfed. And there's a lot of filler in this movie. There's a lot of, you know, like them adding stuff in because they didn't have enough movie. Because this is really, it's a 30-minute plot that's been stretched out. Table. Oh, and Ron Jeremy's in this. Now, regardless of what you think of Ron Jeremy, I have trouble thinking of that fat little man holding anyone down and violating them, because I imagine you just shove him and he'd roll, but because it's like he's like this tall. I mean, yeah. But hey, this is for a court to decide, not for me. Anyway, he's in this movie, so if that turns you off, he doesn't get naked or anything. You don't see his ridiculous porcupininess, or hedgehogginess, but he is in this movie. So if you don't want to, if he's an actor that upsets you because of recent events, you don't want to see this movie. And really, if you're a fan of these kind of films, or you just need to see a little nudity, because, you know, men get like that. They have that point where they need to see some nudity, and they're just not the kind of person that watches pornography, okay? So those people exist. This is the kind of movie for them. It's a fans of the genre film. It's better than I thought it would be, but it's still pretty bad. So that's my opinion. Fans of the genre only. You know, Werewolves in Heat, not a great movie, but that's just my opinion. And I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. I'm Richard. Salutations, plebeians! It is I, Stephen Miller, emissary and advisor to his dark orange lordship and the real President Donald Trump, reminding you to comment on and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, or I will suck out your eyes and feed them to my 2 tarantulas, Meredith and Red Bill!